56-year-old Richard Taitano Franquez appeared in court Thursday on charges that he sexually molested a 15-year-old girl known to him. Franquez was charged with second-degree criminal sexual conduct and kidnapping. Police say Franquez picked up the victim and another girl at the Micronesia Mall in November, dropped one of the girls home, then took the victim to his residence. While there, the victim told police that as Franquez began touching her, she tried to leave, but Franquez stopped her and continued to molest her. The girl says Franquez eventually agreed to take her home, but asked that she not tell anyone about what happened. She says she agreed in an attempt to ward him off, but she immediately reported the crime to her relatives when she got home.
Civil Service Commission Director Tony Lamarena says he's in receipt of a letter from the Guam Bar Association's Ethics Committee regarding attorney Vanessa Williams. Lamarena says the Guam Bar Association responded to a request from the Civil Service Commission, who expressed concerns over Williams' potential involvement with Bernadette Stern Meno. Meno was fired from the Port Authority in December 2012 for allegedly falsifying workers' compensation documents. She's currently appealing her termination with the CSC, and Williams at one point served as the CSC's conflicts attorney. The alleged involvement stems from a letter Meno wrote in which she names Williams and others, claiming that they were aware of possible election fraud. However, Williams vehemently denied any involvement with Meno and says she has never worked with Meno on a personal or professional level. Lamarena tells PNC he received the Guam Bar's response last Friday, but is yet to share that letter with commissioners. He says he will share the letter with PNC after he's provided a copy to commissioners.
Special meal is being served at this hour at the Kamaling Karadat for the homeless and other needy people in Hagåtña. Tonight's meal was prepared by Aussie Smokehouse. Rita Faye Bamba says she and her sister Tony decided to organize this meal on behalf of the Santa Teresita Parish. Rita, who just recently returned to Guam, says that all of her children live in the mainland, so she saw this as a perfect opportunity to share the Christmas spirit of giving to the most in need.
And normally it's families that choose to book themselves to do this type of meal for the needy, right? So anyhow, it's just my sister and I on Guam, and I'm a returning local.
So Rita Bamba and her sister decided to ask their cousin Sonny Orsini, the owner of Aussie Smokehouse, to do all the cooking. So what's on the menu?
Of course, our red rice, the Chamorro red rice, our vinegar-based slaw, local finadeni, along with our local barbecue sauce, and the main, entree on the menu are our smoked spatchcock chicken, which uses a dry rub, and of course our award-winning smoked 3-down pork spare ribs.
The Kamaling Karadat is run by Deacon Frank Tenorio and his wife. They operate the kitchen for the homeless entirely on donations.
It was 73 years ago today when Japanese forces bombed Guam and captured the island during World War II. A memorial wall honoring those who died or suffered during the Japanese occupation opened just in time to commemorate the day. PNC's Betsy Brown reports.
This one is my grandpa, that's your great-grandpa. And then grandma, let's look at see.
17,771 names are etched on a memorial wall at the Asin Bay Overlook. They are the names of local persons and military personnel who suffered or were killed during the Japanese occupation of Guam. Verna Mendiola took her sons to the newly reopened wall this afternoon so that they could pay their respects to family members on the 73rd anniversary of the invasion of Guam.
My grandmother, who raised us, both my grandma and grandpa raised myself and my 2 other siblings, and what she went through, she talked about it, and it wasn't good memories, and what she had to deal with after the island was occupied by the Japanese, and so therefore just to pay my respects, because she passed away back in 1988, and so it's nice to see that her name's up here now that the wall has been fixed.
The wall reopened to the public on Saturday after a rehabilitation project that corrected misspellings, added additional names, and replaced the panels, which had been targets of vandalism, with a granite material.
In this case, it was vandals, thieves, that came to the wall and stole and damaged our different plaques that were up here commemorating the names. And when that was done, we decided we needed to come up with a more permanent setup.
Warren the Pacific National Historical Park Superintendent Jim Richardson says it took more than a year to plan the rehabilitation. The park worked closely with Congresswoman Madeline Bordalio's office, where the official list of names is kept. An official rededication ceremony will be held sometime in January, but for now, Richardson encourages the public to visit the wall.
We are just very happy to remember the sacrifices that the military servicemen and women made, and the local residents of Guam to remember what sacrifices they all made to make us safe and let us have peace.
The memorial wall is open at the Asin Bay Overlook daily from 8 to 5 p.m. at no charge. Betsy Brown, PNC News.
While Gov Guam and many private businesses had the day off, residents flocked via Hagåtña Cathedral to commemorate the Blessed Virgin Mary, Santa Maria in Camilen. A procession was also held to celebrate the Immaculate Conception of the Virgin Mary. We spoke with some residents to find out what this holiday means to them.
Let us bless the Lord for having us a mother of so good a son.
The story of how the Blessed Virgin Mary became the patron saint of Guam is one that is passed on through generations. Her legendary landing on Guam is symbolic of the island's patronage to her name and blessings. And for an island made up of mostly Catholics, every year on December, she is celebrated. Masses are held throughout the first week of December in her honor, and it all culminates on December 8th with several masses and a procession. We spoke with some parishioners to find out what Santa Maria in Camilen means to them.
Oh, it means a lot because she helped me with everything that I asked for her. I got it, and she always there to guide me. I always here every year.
Every year for Santa
Every year, yeah, I come here. No matter I don't have a ride, I'm making a point to get somebody to drop me because I don't drive.
So are you guys going to the procession later?
Yes.
Do you do it every year?
Yes.
Why is it very important to be there, to be a part of this?
Well, as a practice of our religion, of course, we have faith in God, and of course, this is another way to show our love and our belief to Jesus Christ.
I feel that she's here with me.
Well, you know, December is very important. This is how we celebrate her. Since I was born, I remember this, and she's very special. I know she's Santa Maria, the mother of Jesus Christ.
Our Lady of Cameron was carried through the streets of Hagåtña for her annual procession that began at 4 this afternoon. Hey, well, we have Rebecca Kim joining us for our live weather report once again. So tell us what's going on.
Our Lady of Weather.
Lady, that's such a fancy
The patron
title.
saint of weather.
I wouldn't go that far, patron saint.
Come on. But anyway, the weather looks quite okay. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it is okay. We are looking at a tropical disturbance in south of the island. It is moving northwestward and eventually passing Yap pretty soon. But the bottom line here again is Guam is going to stay quite dry because it's still far away from the island. But the National Weather Service again indicates a possibility of another disturbance. If it does affect Guam, then it will be either Sunday or Monday, but it is still too early to know as of now. So for now, NWS says that partly cloudy with isolated showers for this week as well as next week. And let me show you this graphic right here. Expect Partly cloudy skies with isolated showers tonight, tomorrow, and on Wednesday. East winds will persist for a while. 5 to 5:15 tonight, and 10 to 15 tomorrow, and back to 5 to 15 on Wednesday. Highs around 89 and lows near 77. And of course, our source from dear meteorologist from NWS. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you for that weather report. So there may be some kind of disturbance, possibly, but it's too early to tell.
Too early to tell. But even
where
if
did
it
they say the
comes,
disturbance is at again?
it's
South of
near
Guam?
Marsh. Well, the one that is near us, it's south of the island. But the one that might be coming, might be hitting us or not, it is near Marshall.
So it seems to be taking the
Marshall
same path
Islands.
as this previous typhoon that just passed us as well.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's just a disturbance as of now, so I would not say it is.
It may
you know,
turn
Anything to
into
worry
a
about,
typhoon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody knows it yet. Yes.
All right, well, thanks for that weather report, Rebecca.
My pleasure.
Let's check in with Blake to see what's going on.